Hey Mama, Wendy here with Mamalates, and I am so excited to share these essential C-section recovery stretches with you. All you're going to need is about 5 minutes, a mat or a towel or just a soft carpet to sit on, and a small hand towel. Okay, Mama, so you had a C-section, I've had a C-section, and I know the recovery can be very different than recovering from a vaginal birth. The tendency after you've had a C-section is to have a real disconnect from your core. You're literally like separated. Your upper and your lower body are separated. And the goal with functional movement and functional fitness is to really use your core like a starfish. So you just have this real center, this core that's just stable and strong, and you're moving your arms and your legs and moving throughout your day, but your core is your powerhouse, keeping you grounded, stable, strong, and aligned. But if you've had a C-section, it can be really hard to access those deeper core muscles. And the tendency is to really lift with your shoulders instead of lifting with your core. So we're going to do a couple extra stretches here. You can take your towel, just place it right underneath your tailbone so it's a little bit comfortable. Bring your legs in a cross-legged position. And we're just going to start with a little stretch to stretch out our upper traps. So your neck muscles can get super sore from all that lifting, especially if your tendency is to slide your shoulders up towards your ears. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and inhale, slide your shoulders up towards your ears, and then exhale, slide them down. And again, inhale as you lift up, and exhale, slide them down. So as you inhale, lift your ribs, lift your shoulders up towards your ears, and then exhale, let everything just kind of slide down. One more. Inhale, lift your ribs, lift your shoulders up. See if you can keep your ribs lifted so there's a little bit of extra space in between your waist, your hips, and your ribs. And then slide your shoulders down so you're long as you're sitting here. All you're going to do is keep those shoulders sliding down your back. And almost think of squeezing like little plums in your armpits, if that makes sense. You're going to activate those muscles that run right along down the side, your serratus muscles. So you want to kind of think of just squeezing these little plums, not so much that you're tensing, but just enough so that everything's engaged, and maybe you can even access your core a little bit. You're going to reach down through your right arm with your shoulders down, and just bring your left arm over. Gently draw your left ear toward your left shoulder as you reach out through your right arm. So you're getting some length in your neck, right through the side here. You've got this oppositional stretch, inhaling and exhaling. Maybe with each exhale, you can just go a little bit deeper if that feels okay for you. And then if that's okay, go ahead and turn your head and look down towards the mat. Maybe you can walk your fingers out a little bit further if that feels okay. Inhaling and exhaling. Couple more breaths, just using the weight of your head to stretch out those neck muscles. And then come back up. Roll your shoulders around. Inhale, lift your shoulders up towards your ears. Keep those ribs lifted. And exhale, slide your shoulders down. Walk your left arm out. Your right arm comes up over your head. And go ahead and gently draw your right ear towards your right shoulder. You might not need a lot of pressure. Might just be a little bit, just enough to get that oppositional stretch so your shoulders drawing down your back. You're reaching your left hand towards the floor as you gently draw your right ear towards your shoulder. Inhaling into the back of the ribs and exhaling through your mouth. Continue to breathe into the backs of the ribs and the sides of the ribs. And then see if you can gently draw your head towards the mat, a little bit of pressure on the base of your skull, and maybe walk those fingers a little further away. So the stretch is in a little different spot. You're still breathing, and you're still reaching. Inhale one more time. And exhale. Go ahead and bring those shoulders up and back and down, rolling your shoulders out, stretching out through the neck, And then we're going to go ahead and come down onto the floor. Go ahead and take that towel out. You want to do that log roll as you come down onto the floor. So you're using your arms to come down. Maybe you're even protecting your core. And then slide on down to your back. Just take your left leg, bring it up towards the ceiling, flex that foot, and just draw that leg in. Get a nice hamstring stretch as you point and flex. So you're going to point and flex. Really reach through the heel and at the same time lengthen down through your tailbone and your sits bones. You don't want to draw your knee in towards your chest. You want to keep that neutral pelvis as you point and flex. So stretching out those hamstrings can really help if you're feeling tight in your low back. And see if you can just stay right here and keep reaching through the heel. Lengthen down through the sits bones. Hopefully you have that little space in between your low back and the mat. And maybe you can bring that leg just across the midline of your body just a little bit. Point the toe and then bring it back. So flex that foot. Bring your leg across the midline of your body. Point the toe and bring it back. Inhale as you flex. Exhale, bring it across. Inhale, point your toe, and exhale, bring it back. Inhale as you flex. Exhale, bring it across. Point that toe and bring it back. Last one here, reach out through the heel. And if you want more of a stretch, you can straighten your opposite leg out, but only if you can maintain that neutral alignment. So keep reaching through the heel. Then gently bring that knee in and down. Other leg comes up, flexing that foot, reach out through the heel. So remember thinking about going in two different directions with this stretch so you can make it really efficient. Reaching out through the heel, lengthen down towards the floor, and then gently drawing the leg in, but maintaining that neutral spine. And then once you're here, you can point and flex. So reach out through that heel as you flex and point. This side might feel a little bit different. Reach out through the heel. The calves might be tight. Your hamstrings, you have 3 hamstrings that insert into your low back, and you want to make sure, or into your piriformis, and you want to make sure that those are all getting stretched out as well and lengthened. Last one, you'll flex your foot and then see if you can bring it across and point the toe and bring it back and roll through the whole foot as you flex and reach and point and back and flex. And just coming far enough so that you can still keep your hips on the floor. You don't want to rock and roll through the hips. Last one, bring across and point and back and flex. Maybe you can reach that other leg out. Slide those shoulders down, drop that chin to your chest. Try and keep your shoulders on the floor as much as you can without flaring the ribs. And then you'll go ahead and bring both knees into your chest, holding onto your knees. If this feels okay in your belly, you can take both knees and just stir them in the hip socket. So using your upper body to stir those legs in the hip sockets like you're stirring a honey stick in a honey jar. If that feels like it's too much in your back, you can do one leg at a time and just use that breath to really rotate. You can do the other leg. Just getting into a rhythm with your breath. Using your arms to really press that femur bone into the hip socket and then see if you can reverse the direction. So trying to go in both directions. Lubricating up those hips with your breath. Supporting your belly with your hand if you need a little bit of extra support. rolling off to your side, coming back up to a seated position. Inhale, scrunch those shoulders up, and exhale, slide them down. Great job on the C-section essential stretch. Hey mama, Wendy here. Did you like this video? If you did, go ahead and click that link in the description, that first link. That'll take you to a page where you can enter your email address and I will get to you absolutely free my essential C-section recovery full body flow video. It's members only content, but I want to get it to you. So go ahead and click that link. It's great for moms who've had C-sections either a few months ago or even a few years ago. You can also subscribe to this channel so you'll be the first to know when I launch new videos. And you can comment below, let me know what you like, and feel free to share it with your friends.